D-Day in World War II. He was at the first round at Utah Beach, and when we first met General Yeager about 30-some years ago, and we stayed friends all these years, I said, well, man, my daddy was down there at Utah Beach. You were there too, weren't you, General? He said, yep, I was flying up above him covering his behind. Do y'all remember Chuck Yeager? Broke the sound barrier, made of the right stuff. One of the early pioneers of the space program. And again, the greatest pilot that ever lived. He was a good friend. And so tonight I just felt the need to mention the General. How many times do you think he sang It Takes a Little Rain for the General?
I don't know, that was his favorite song. He wanted to sing it every time, no matter where. If it was a Christmas show, we'll just do it early. He wanted to hear It Takes a Little Rain. I think probably Victoria, his wife, was singing that to him in his last hours on this earth. And so I hope he got a little enjoyment out of that. I was talking to another friend of ours in Texas yesterday, and we were talking about Chuck. And when he broke the sound barrier, he called back to base and said, well, my ears are still on, I guess I'm okay. Because nobody knew what was going to happen when you broke the sound barrier.
He was like 27 years old, and he flew up higher than anyone had ever flown before. It was after World War II was over. He went higher than anybody with a little plane that had never been flown before called the X-15 attached to that plane. Then they let it go, and he broke the sound barrier for the first time ever in that plane at 27 years old. When I say we were close to the General, I got to tell you, he came out to a show about 30 years ago, and we're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Some South Carolina people here tonight. And he said to us, a guy come backstage and said, there's a guy out here says he's Chuck Yeager. You want to let him back? Yeah, let him back. Well, he was there with his squadron, or what was left of it at the time, and they were having one of them get-togethers like they do, reunion. And we invited him and all of his pilot buddies to the show. And they all came, and General Yeager thought that was just the greatest thing. And he said, would you guys come to Texas and sing at my 80th birthday party? We said, sure. So we went to Texas and sang for his 80th birthday party, and then we sang it every birthday right up to 97. Never missed it. So thank you for that. I just wanted to pay a little tribute to Chuck Yeager, Dwayne.
Well, Joe was raised in Philadelphia, and I was raised just south of the post office in Philadelphia, about 1,500 miles south. A little place called Taylortown, Texas, where the entry and exit sign are on the same pole. My mom and dad raised a big family, and they taught us all how to sing. I was the youngest in that family, so I always looked forward to my older brothers and sisters coming home on holidays, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I loved Christmas because there were lots of